Hey everybody, I had surgery on my shoulder on Thursday and had to go back to the hospital today to get the bandages swapped out. And it's a good 45 minutes toward the eastern side of the island. I have to take the day off of work, so I thought I'd just kind of show you around a little bit. So I'm making a video of my trip. This is deep in the heart of the island right here at East End. And anyway, I'm going to show you around this side of the island. Hope you enjoy the video. Right across the street from Health City Medical Center. There's the main road that wraps around the island. Over this way anyway. Kind of a windy day with a good bit of wave action. This is a little town of East End. And very properly named. Because if you follow that road, you head north and then you start heading back around west. That's as far east as you can get on the island. It's a nice little small town. So I saw a sign that said Collier's Wilderness Reserve, and so I followed the arrow and this is it. Let's see where it goes. Road takes a bend and comes over here, and that's where it ends. I don't know if I'm allowed to go in there or not, but I know that the blue iguana is endemic to the island and is threatened, and the green iguana is an invasive species that they try to get rid of, but they try to rehabilitate the blue iguana. This is deep in the island. This is what the early people that settled here would have found. Pretty thick, pretty unforgiving, this hard rock. I don't know if you can see it back in there, but there's no fresh water to drink. There's no rivers, no lakes. So it just would have been catching rainwater and mainly just eating coconuts and mangoes and seafood. Turtles, iguanas is what I guess they would have been eating until they started cultivating stuff. But it's a beautiful island now and well developed, but just rough place to be back 60 years ago, 100 years ago. And boy, without air conditioning here in the summer and mosquito control, I just wouldn't, I wouldn't want to do it. Now December, January, February is super nice here without, without electricity and without air conditioning. But I was here in July and August, and let me tell you, it was tough. We are now at Collier's Public Beach. So they maintain some cabanas, restrooms, little wash-off area. So, very nice, quiet beach. If you don't want all the crazy of 7 Mile Beach, this is a good idea. Super secluded. Good little drive over, but kind of feel like you're on a remote island. Notice that they just rebuilt this here. I think Hurricane Ian might have torn it up. Alright, my map said this is Barefoot Beach, but I think maybe the entrance just to the right of me is the better one. We shall see. But I drove down from the main road. Let's go see. It's supposed to be a pretty cool beach. It is a cool approach and a cool spot. Sadly, there's just ridiculous amounts of trash. So it's not a beach that's kept up at all by the community or by the government, but some of this is washed up by the surf and some of it is left by people. It's cool as far as the bluffs and the rocks, neat to explore, but you are around a lot of seaweed and a lot of trash. Otherwise, it's very beautiful. Here's the main road. That's about the only road of any kind at all. The others are all residential little offshoots. But this takes you back around the way we came to East End and then to Georgetown, or you can go this way and it'll end up at Kaibo and Rum Point and Starfish Point, or there's a cut across called Frank Sound Road that about divides the fat part of the island in half and it cuts north-south. But pretty much you're either on this road where there's electricity and services, or you're in the middle of that kind of stuff. A few little short side roads that take you into a little neighborhood with 3 or 4 houses maybe, but very, very quiet over here at East End. This is a Monday, 11:30, and this is the amount of traffic there is. Now, so this is what I was looking for at Barefoot. It's this stone embankment with these stairs that take you down to the water. Now, why you would do that, I don't know, because this shoreline is not anything to want to approach in by boat. So I find it kind of odd, but somebody put in a lot of work here to build this little ramp down to the water, little staircase down to the water. But again, look at that brown suit. And it's just, you know, nowhere to put a boat, but anyway, still cool. There had to be a reason that I don't understand. Just showing you around East End. Another day in paradise. The reef's pretty close, right there where the breakers are. That's where you get your first set of coral, and goes to maybe 50 to 80 feet, and then a little deeper out, it'll go to your deep wall that goes down to thousands of feet deep, but not too far to get to deep enough water for bigger boats. Cool little path here, huh? Kind of overgrown. Kind of crouch down and be a hobbit. So this red brick trail that has not been kept up goes a little ways here. Must have been something special once upon a time. But it's further than I can go today with my shoulder hurting. And it's a little steamy and sweaty. But it would have been a nice path to walk along once upon a time. It was all kept up. Very pretty views here. One of the few places you have elevation on the island. Most of the island's very flat. Well, all my driving around is over, and I'm back in West Bay. And back to my condo, at the top of the island. And back home. Hope you enjoyed the tour.